Morning ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today we are on campus. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at university and it feels good. I got up this morning at 6, alarm went off, rolled out of bed, got in the shower, had my breakfast, got dressed and I headed on out. And you know what, it feels so good to just be like back to doing stuff, back to having a routine. It's difficult. I think routines really help stuff. And my path's blocked. It helps motivate you more, I think, if you've got a routine. Although obviously you've got a little bit less time because things are filling up your time. It's very windy today. I apologise for that in advance. As though, ladies and gentlemen, we're on campus. We're going to have a busy day today. I've got my first lecture at 9 o'clock, so I'm going to be heading to the library for it's nearly 8 o'clock. 10 to 8. So I'm going to be heading to the library for an hour and a bit in order to sort out yesterday's video description, which I didn't do yesterday, and then do programming stuff. I've got to find somewhere to work because I've got a lecture at 2 o'clock, and then after 2 o'clock I'm going to be driving back to Bristol for a job interview, which is why I'm in a shirt and trousers and my posh coat instead of my warm coat on a very windy cold day. It's nice coming in, listening to the radio, having a nice casual drive in. I missed it. My poor car this morning, didn't know where it hit. I got in it and it's like, boom, we're away. And it's like, oh, I've literally done like 20 miles in the past week. And I'm like, nope mate, we're doing that a day now. Come on. Stay back, ladies and gentlemen. Who's in the library? Who is in the library? One of the floors has its lights off, so I doubt anyone's on that one. Mistaking a claim on my usual spot, make sure everyone knows it's mine. That'll do. Well, between here or over there, on warm days I might go and sit over there. But oh dear. I mean, my plan is every day come here and type up lecture notes and stuff before my first lecture. So every day I'll be here if anyone wants on campus and wants to come say hello. Lecture time is pretty quiet still. So we head to our first lecture of the day. Today, first ever lecture of Advanced Human-Computer Interaction. I enjoyed HCI in first year, so I'm hoping Advanced HCI is equally as good. I only made the mistake of going to the lecture theatre an hour early and sitting in on a different lecture. Sitting there thinking, these people don't look like people I know. Maybe this course is, because it's quite like psychology-y, maybe it's open to different modules, and then the lecturer comes in like, you are not a computer science lecturer, because I'm expecting a certain person. And I check my phone and it's like, oh no, it starts at 10, not 9, so I vacated my spot in the library for no real reason. This room is completely free for the next 3 days, so this is where I'm going to go to after my lectures. So like I have a lecture, see if we can control the aircon there. It's so much warmer today than you'd think it is. It's really warm. Where are you, air conditioning? I think we've got it, so I'll just open the windows. Yeah, it's so much warmer than you'd think today. But yeah, so basically what my plan is, ladies and gentlemen, is go to the library before lectures, because that's open before 8 o'clock, because this will be locked until about 8 o'clock. Sit down, do some work, probably typing up lecture notes, because I've time boxed it to about an hour and a half. Or on days like today, 2 hours. And then after lectures, come here, final year project, which is what I've been currently working on at the moment. I have the information I need in the file handler. The annoying thing is about the information that I'm pumping through, I've been saying, haven't I, that I needed a bit of extra information from the beginning. Well, it's easy to get it in from the command line. I then need to go through and pull it out from the actual file location, which is a little bit more complicated because it means I've got to obviously dive through all of my handlers and stuff and make sure that I've got the right implementation and stuff. So I'm messing about with my file handler. My file handler is by far the most complicated part of the entire project so far. It's a huge file. It's got a huge number of unit tests. And I swear just getting this through, I've added in like an extra 20 unit tests to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. It's good fun though. Anyway, well, I'll get my headphones back out then, eh? And then the lights just dim on you. God damn it, now I've got to drop the brightness down. Can't be asked to fucking go up and turn it over. I'm going to sit here like a lemon and just like wave my arms around every now and again. I'm like, Jesus. Take 2, I've definitely got the right time and place this time. Ladies and gentlemen, time jump, we're heading home. It's been quite a different day to normal, to be honest with you, because I had that lecture and the only person that I'm like actively, like part of my friend group that's doing Advanced HCI, because everyone hates it for some reason, I love it, is Freya. So Freya sat next to me and then we both went, she like pulled my leg and I ended up going to the lab instead of that room. I'll not do it again. I'll not make that mistake again. But I went to the lab instead of that room so that I could do some work, and then like she'd also do some work as well. Like, I don't see the point. This is the problem in going to the lab in order to do work on separate things at the same time together, because it just means like I feel bad for putting headphones on and just trying to get in the zone and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's why I didn't talk then, and then like Andy and that lot were there, and then whatever. So Advanced HCI was really interesting. It was really good. I've always liked HCI because I've always liked psychology. I've always wanted to do psychology in at least some description, I think. So that is basically as close as you can get. It's like the psychology of like designing human interfaces and stuff. Like, I'm not particularly all up on design, but I'm all up on like that other kind of stuff. And we did things like, as like an introduction, basically like overview of what's going on. We did things like the linking between things like on a hob, you know, like on a hob or a stove, if you're American, the controls for the dials on the temperatures and the positioning relative to like which hob that is that you're actually turning on. So like, oh, I'm going that way, I'm going that way. Don't go that way. I was on autopilot then. I was just going home, lol. I'm not going home, I'm going to town. Idiot. So yeah, it was like the mapping of like the dials on the left or right and how that relates to the hobs, and like experiments that people have done to find out what the best ordering is and why some things don't even have that order and all that. It was really interesting. But yeah, so we only did like interview of that kind of stuff. Then went to the lab, was doing some final year project stuff. I have finished getting through the information that I need to get through from the command line. So I've managed to thread that all the way through. Normally when I have to get information out, I have to get it out from the app config, because it's not something that the user, like, that's it now. As far as I'm aware, I won't need anything else from the command line, from the user. I just need it from the setup original config files. I was expecting when I was running the tests to only have to run in the, like, I could just give you the entire solution and it would run all the tests within that solution. What I actually have to do is I have to give it the set test projects, in which case I need to figure out which projects they want to run and all that kind of shit. So I've threaded that through, got that all tested, everything's happy and hunky-dory there. And then we went to go and find, to our last lecture there with Andy, we went to go and have a look at the new lab. We've got a new lab, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember last year, our computer lab is like really, really small, and we don't have enough computers or not enough space or whatever. And this lab is tiny. It's got 10 desktop computers, and it's got 3 little round tables that you'd find in like a cafeteria. Is it 30 or 20 down here? I think it's 30. And it's like, what? But it's good though. The good thing about it is it's got a fucking window. I love windows, so I'm all about that window in there. And I'll probably use that when I need a place and I can't find a free open booked room, because I want to basically do final year project, like finish lectures, final year project until lunch, have lunch, head home, because I want to like do it that kind of way. I need to find somewhere that's free in the middle of the day for 2 or 3 hours, and that's quite difficult to do, so I may end up using the lab a lot more than normal. And in that time, that's when the all the rooms are busy and the library's busy. It's by the by. So we went to this final thing, and it was a lecture on, or guidance on, our demo of progress for our final year project. In 2 weeks we have to do a demonstration of progress of what we've done, and it was about that, and it was about a load of stuff on how to do posters, and I don't want to do a poster. So if my final year project guy turns around and says, do a poster, Jamie, I'm going to be like, no. And I'll fight him on that. I'm like, look, a poster does not make sense for the project that I've done. I need to do a demo. I need to do a demo of I'll do a full-on software walkthrough, because you won't learn enough from a poster. But anyway, yeah, so there was a really, really fucking boring lecture about that, and this guy is really slow because there's a cyclist that he also wants to go around. There we go. But yeah, otherwise though, I drove Andy home because Andy needed an excuse to not walk home. So I've driven him home, and now I am heading on back. I normally wouldn't be going that direction, I'd normally go in a different way, but because I'm going to the motorway, it makes more sense for me to drop him off than for me to go my other way back. So yeah, I'm now heading on back via the motorway to get to Bristol city centre. So we're going by the M4 and the M32. We're going to park up in the city centre and we're going to pick up some stuff in town, go to a coffee shop, do a bit of work. I've got a job interview starting at 5 o'clock. Weird time for a job interview if you ask me, but that's what we're doing. Position in the car park here. Car park here. Ladies and gentlemen, look, that is literally the entrance to the shops. Beautiful. In the main car park in thingy. I know it's going to cost me a bit because I'm going to be here for like over 2 hours, and one of those hours is 5 o'clock and it gets more expensive after 5, but I think like it'll cost me like £3 or £4 to park, but I know that it's going to be difficult. Like if I would have gone home first, I would have been stressed coming in, so it's best to drive in, drop off all of my drive in, sort out some stuff in town first because I need to go to Staples and Wilko's, and then yeah, just be a little bit more relaxed in the way that I go in, as opposed to like a little bit more rushed or panicked if I have to walk in on buses. So I am heading to Staples and Wilko's to price out some, it's really windy, like on the motorway as well. It was just shaking the entire car. It was terrifying. But yeah, we are heading on to Staples and Wilko's to try and find a clicker folder, like one of them popper ones. So looking for one of them. I saw one in Wilko's the other day, but it was like £1,003,000. So I don't know what I just said there, but I meant WH Smiths. If I didn't say WH Smiths, I didn't mean it. I'm trying Staples and Wilko's because they should be cheaper than the £1,003,000 that was in WH Smiths. Thanks for understanding my mishap there. Staples wasn't as cheap as I was expecting it to be. I remember looking at houses, looking at a flat in that building there. It was really expensive and really small to say, well, to be fair, how close to the town it is, but how sketchy this area is, if you know what I mean. You know, here's me thinking, oh, I'll have loads of time, I'll just run over to the theatre and pick up the tickets. I can't pick up the tickets till the day of the event. So that went wrong. Staples is too expensive, gonna walk to Wilko's. I'm thinking, I've got loads of time to do this. I came in like an hour and a half early, more or less. No, I don't. I'm quite busy now, about 50 minutes. So that strongly reduces the amount of time that I was going to spend in a coffee shop, blogging or something, I don't know. Folder in hand, I now have half an hour until my thingy starts. So I'm quite thirsty, so I'm going to probably go for a drink, I think. But I probably won't bust out probably get a drink and walk with it, instead of busting out my laptop, and there's no way I can do anything in 15 minutes. So, well-deserved rest, I guess. Yeah, so I'm quite close. It's just that I've obviously got to take my bag back to my car, so I don't want to go in with a laptop and all that kind of stuff. Literally just now changed my mind. I feel like it's going to be better to go in with too much stuff, and then still have like glasses, notepad, pens, all that kind of stuff. Like, you know. So in short, I feel like it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, and I will take a hit on it, like being annoying and stuff, to deal with that basically. So freshen up, go to the loo, and then we'll head on in there. That shop has just opened, and I've never seen a building so garish in my life. Oh, damn, it's bloody blinding, it's horrible. Right, okay, we're heading back to the car. That was really, really good. Really, really good. So, I'll tell you about it in a bit, I guess. I'm gonna get home because Laura's cooking dinner. It's time jump, ladies and gentlemen. It's 11 o'clock at night. It's just me and Graham awake. Well, Laura's just gone to bed. I'm not tired. It's a problem with going back to my routine. It's like, I still have loads of energy now for some reason, even though I was up earlier than normal and doing more stuff than normal. I just feel like I'm pumped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end my video now, and I'm just going to render it out and upload it and stuff, and then try and like wind down before going to bed at like midnight or so. But yeah, so we got home and had Thai green curry, which Laura was cooking. She's like cooking the rice and stuff, because we're having an effort to burn down our stocks of frozen food. Like, keep doing big batches of stuff and then freezing half of it, and we've got like a huge collection of that stuff now. So we're trying to get rid of it, to be honest with you. Let's just spin that card around. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to say then, with reference to that, yeah, we did that, and then we went on to go shopping. So we went out to Sainsbury's, as we normally do on a Monday, to go and do our weekly shop. Again, it's like a relatively cheap week because I'm going out. We're going out twice, I think. We're going out for a restaurant on Friday, and we're going to Beth and Ben's on Saturday. So we're going to be not really eating much, and especially since we're burning down our frozen stuff, as I've said. And then we came back, got little Miss Graham out, who's now going mad chewing on a door because she wants to come out again. Like, you've already been out, Graham. God damn it. Like, we run her around and stuff on our hands, and then we put her in a ball, she runs around for a bit, and then we get her out. Like, we really want to get her out for like an hour or so. Not because, like, we've had her out before for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but the longer you have her out, I feel like she'd prefer to be back in. I don't know. I've read that you're not supposed to get them out for too long, especially not in their ball. She loves that ball. She can be in that ball for weeks. And yeah, but you're not supposed to do it. So yeah, but she's got loads of new toys like now. She's moved like a chewy ball over there. She's got a wooden log here, which fell off the roof when Laura broke it off the roof. She has this tube, which she just ran through, and I covered it with my finger. She has these chewy pepper things here, which she doesn't chew on, unless, if we're in the room, she chews here, because it means she might come out. She's got this little bit of tube here that she chews, and then all of her food and bedding is still in here, which is really annoying. We're going to have to fill a food bowl up tomorrow, remind me. Yeah, and then she's got the great big huge chew thing here, which she's supposed to use as a bed. You little shit. Yeah, so otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about that interview. The interview was really, really good, to be honest with you. It was really interesting to hear what that company did and how they do it and what roles they have available there over the next coming months and so. We talked about like what it is that I want to do, the things that they have as opportunities, and the guy was really, really nice. And it's, to be honest with you, it sounds like possibly one of the better offers I've had so far. I've had quite a few people say, "Oh, call us when you graduate," kind of thing. And this guy said, like, there's no point in me giving you a job now because, like, you're going to have interviews coming up over the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to pretend that that's going to happen, and you could find somewhere that has a better offer and a better money or whatever. So, like, ring me, email me in like a couple of months' time, like April time, to see what I want, and then if you do still want a job, then we'll take you. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. So I've got his email address and stuff. We was talking about everything they do there, and then we spent about 20 minutes talking about my final year project and like how they do testing and things like that. It was really interesting, and it was quite weird as well because like we clashed on quite a few opinions of things, and I feel like it's the kind of company where while it's going to be good for what they do and for the experiences I could get while I'm there, it's quite a backward company admin wise. They don't do things like Agile. They've got like a hybrid of Agile, and they don't do testing in the same way that I would, but it means that like they seem to take on like fresh graduates with fresh ideas, and I feel like they're willing for you to introduce something and then run with it. And he said something like, if I was to come along, then it would be really good to have me as manage like a team of placement people and stuff, because I've got like the experiences to be able to do that. And I'm like, fuck, that sounds cool as fuck. So it does sound really, really cool. Like I say, I've got like a couple of people that have said things along these lines. So that's what I think that one wins out. It seems quite backward, and it's quite a corporate company as well. It's not like casual like the other companies that I work for, that I've seen and worked for and looked into before. But yeah, so it does look really good though. I just want someone, I think what I want is someone to just go, here's a job offer, here's a contract, sign it, as opposed to contact us in this amount of time and thinking, because it's just not definite yet. So it's still something to worry about, but it's by the by. Yeah, he also gave me a good couple of things to think about for my final year project, and he sounded like his eyes kind of lit up by it as well, which is cool. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go next door. I'm going to render you out, get you uploaded and all that kind of good stuff. Tomorrow we're back on campus. We have 2 lectures and it's quite a big split. It's definitely 9:15, not 10:15, definitely. And then I've got a lecture at 2. I've got cryptography at 2, and I believe logic and semantics of programming languages at 9. Logic and semantic programming languages I'm not all that sure about yet. It's got a good lecturer though, which is one of the only reasons I've picked it. Like, I essentially have to pick a maths module, and I think that that's going to be the best maths module based on the lecturer. Who knows? Yeah, that's all. Back to uni tomorrow. Going to be working on my project still, basically full time. Because that's life. I'll catch you later.